What's up, Sum Hacker? Welcome to my Summer Day Challenge, where I unpack a daily practice sum every single day to help you crush your grade 11 maths. Let's dive in and work on today's math sum together. Alrighty, make sure you pause this video, take a quick screenshot, and write the sum down. I'm not going to lie to you, this one's a bit of a challenge, but I wouldn't be doing you a favor if I was only giving you the easy peasy sums, right? We are going through the hard sums together because we want to make sure you are getting the maximum marks you can in your tests and exams. So let's dive in. The first thing I want to say here is when you have exponents that are only separated by multiplication, okay? So can you see you're not minusing anything here, you're multiplying, okay? The first thing that you want to do here is you want to make sure that you are simplifying all your bases to their prime factors, okay? That's the first thing that you're going to want to do. So that will give us the square root of, I'm just going to write them here. Your 4 is going to be 2 squared. Your 8 is going to be 2 cubed. Your 16 is going to be 2 to the 4. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug those in. So my 4 is going to become 2 to the power of 2, and I'm going to put a bracket around it, right? Because I don't want to get confused here. I want to make sure that I'm super detailed and getting all of my exponents correct here. So then I'm going to write 2n minus 4, and then we're going to times it with, in brackets, 2 to the 3, right? To the power of 5 minus 2n. Okay, and that's going to be all over the square root of 16 is going to be 2 to the 4. And then I'm going to write my exponents here. Excellent. Okay, so now what I want to do is multiply my little exponents inside the bracket. Okay, so your next step is going to look like this. Square root of 2, okay, so 2 times 2n is going to give you 4n. And then you've got 2 times minus 4, it's going to give you minus 8. Then we've got times, okay, so we're going to have 2 to the power of 3 times 5, that's going to give us 15. And then 3 times minus 2n is going to give us a minus number, that's going to be 6n. Okay, then let's draw our fraction line. And on the bottom, we're going to have the square root of 2 to the power of 4 times 6. That's going to give us 24. And then we're going to have 4 times negative 2n. So that's going to be negative 8n. And that's all under our root. Cool. So now the next thing that I want to do is I want to take away these roots here. Okay. And the way that I can do that, I find this is the easiest way. Put a bracket around everything that's beneath your root, okay? That will be to the power of 1. And then you put your square on the bottom of your fraction like that. That way you can take away the root, and the exact same thing will happen with this root as well. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we're going to have in brackets 2 to the power of 4 in minus all to the power of a half, okay? That way I can take away that root, times 2 to the power of 15 minus 6n, and that's going to be all over in brackets 2 to the power of 24 minus 8 and all to the power of a half. That way I can take away the square root. Okay, now what I want to do is multiply my exponents inside the bracket. So let's do that now. We're going to have 2 to the power of 4n times a half. That's going to give us 2n. And then we're going to have negative 8 times a half. That's going to give us negative 4. Times 2 to the power of 15 minus 6n. We're just keeping that exactly the same. Then we're going to work on the bottom. So we're going to have 2 to the power of 24 times a half. That is going to give us 12. And then we've got negative 8n times a half. That's going to give us negative 4n. All right. Now, what I want to do is I'm just going to take everything to the top, and then I am going to add all of my exponents together, okay? This is what it is going to look like. 2 to the power of 2n minus 4, it stays the same because it's already on the top, times 2 to the power of 15 minus 6n, stays exactly the same, it was already there. This is where we are going to change things. It's going to be 2 to the power of negative 12 plus 4n. Okay, so now because we have the same basis, we can plus the exponents. Okay, I'm just going to move up here a little bit, and I'm going to carry on here. So your next line is going to look like this. 2 to the power of 2n minus 4 plus 15 minus 6n plus, okay, our negative 12. Okay, so just quickly, the positive times the negative is going to give us a negative. So do you see here that that is actually going to then be minus 12, and then we're going to plus 4. Okay, so now I'm going to work with the numbers within. So we've got 2n minus 6n plus 4n. That is going to give us 2 to the power of 0. Okay, then I'm going to move on to our whole numbers here. As you can see, I'm taking the sign with it. I don't want to make a mistake here with signs. That is where so many students lose marks. So here we're going to have minus 4 plus 15 minus 12. And that is going to give us negative 1. So what is 0 minus 1? It's going to give us 2 to the power of negative 1. And now I want to make this positive. We want to make sure all of our answers are always positive. And the way that we do that is by taking this number down the imaginary fraction line. So what happens is you've actually got an imaginary fraction line here that's over 1. So you can take this down and you will leave a 1 on the top. You cannot have the top of the fraction be empty. I'm going to show you what I mean in just a moment. So this is going to look like 1 over 2 to the power of 1, because you can change the sign of the exponent. This is what I mean. You cannot leave the top of the fraction empty. You gotta make sure there's a 1 there. Okay, so we obviously don't need to write this little 1 here. So our final answer will then be a half. And there you have it. Done and dusted. So what I'm going to do is just go down. I'm going to make this a bit smaller so you can screenshot it and make your notes and write down the memo. Well done, Some Hacker. That is it for today. And if you reached the end of this video, as always, please let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Plus, be sure to hit that subscribe bell for more daily practice sums that are going to help you nail your grade 11 maths. And let's keep building into your future one sum at a time. I can't wait to see you here in the next one.